Okay, Itamexkanatani, good morning. It is a beautiful Saturday morning here in warm, sunny LA. That's Lethbridge, Alberta, for those who aren't here, not Los Angeles. You know, there's actually guys here, like gangbanger type guys, who got LA like tattooed on their face. For Lethbridge, Alberta. Goodness. Did y'all see that red moon last night? That was pretty cool. Wasn't quite as big as I'd hoped, but it was pretty big. Nice full moon of Okonokis Tsotsitsitspi. The Saskatoon berries ripen moon. And yeah, it's Saturday, July 28th. Starting off the day with a skunk call. So we got a skunk in someone's backyard here on the west side to go pick up. Maybe drop it off down in Popson. Hey there, little skunk. Oh, I know. It's very upsetting. What am I doing here, huh? How come you're caught? To a beautiful wilderness park. Even though I know you like the neighborhoods better. Alright, here we are. Good place. There you go. Okay, Itamexistiko, good day. It is just past noon on July 29th, 2018, and we are rolling into day 2 for this video because there were no other critter calls yesterday. Surprisingly, not even a snake call. So after that skunk, yeah, I pretty much just immersed myself in Calgary's UFC fights and nothing happened otherwise. This morning I went out to go teach my regular Sunday morning walk and talk that I do at Elizabeth Hall Wetlands every week. It's usually there, sometimes shifts around. Anybody living in Lethbridge, by the way, interested in going on one of those walk and talks, it's $20. And we meet at 8 o'clock a.m. at Elizabeth Hall Wetlands, and the walk and talk's about 2 hours long. So, any case, I went out to do that this morning. On my way, I went to go check that same skunk trap from yesterday, and nada. But the trap had been kind of pushed over to the side a little bit, but the kibble was left, so I don't think it was the skunk that pushed it. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, this afternoon here, I do have a snake call, my first call of the day, and this is on Canyon Terrace. I believe it's the same place where I pulled that rattlesnake out from behind the shed using my catch pole noose, you know, that house. But we'll see. I think that's where it is, but it sounds like there's a snake in the shed this time. Hello.
Camera. I'm getting pissy. Yeah, I'm sorry, not about you. It's inside now.
It's in the shed?
Hope you can catch it.
Yeah. So how come you're the rattlesnake favorite this year?
I think you can hear the night and pick the drop. When I saw her, she was in the back.
Okay.
And then she went to the left.
She went this
Yeah.
way?
Yep.
Okay. found her.
Oh shit. Can I take a picture?
Yep.
Thank you.
You want to take a picture now?
Yes, I'm here on top. Stay down then. Please.
You want me to
come
bring
out?
her out?
No, can you come out? Ah. No, stay there. Yuck. Disgusting.
Well, I'm glad this snake finally got out of that situation. She's been stuck in that residence, I think, for a while. And she seems to have all her appendages, but there's something about the way she holds her body that makes me think the back half of her body has had a little bit of issue. Yeah, I mean, check this out. See if I can show you here. Watch how the back half of her body, see where it widens. See how she's kind of guarding, you know, this area of her body here. And watch how when she slithers, how that part moves. There's something not right in there. You know, that's a weird slither. So she might have been crushed a little bit in the landscaping that was done at that residence, that was meant to kind of like ensure no other snakes get in there around that shed. But she might have been under there while she would have been under there while that was happening. So who knows what kind of pressures and stuff she's felt and what kind of trauma her body's been through. But I'm gonna release her at a very familiar place here, and hopefully then she can go about her life and will recover from this experience. Take a quick picture of her here. There we go. All right, let's take you out of there. Oh. Poor snake. There she goes. She took a strike at me, but can't blame her. Okay, not quite home yet from that Upper Popson release site, and I have a second rattlesnake call. This one is going to take me across the river to Tudor Estates. Reportedly, allegedly, there is a pair of rattlesnakes at the new park by Tudor Estates that are engaged in an intimate act. Pair of rattlesnakes in coitus, said the caller. But we'll see what's actually going on. It could be a pair of males that are wrestling, you know, for the rights to females there. We don't know. We're gonna find out. Hopefully the snakes are still there and engaged in whatever the activity is when we arrive. So we're kind of in the middle of Tudor Estates and Chinook Heights.
Yeah, Chinook Heights is over there.
Just this way?
The other side of that little fence. And everything you see there is Tudor.
So this is all Tudor.
Yeah.
Chinook Heights over there. And we got this path that a lot of mountain bikes pass through here all the time. And we got a pair of rattlesnakes mating right in here. Okay. So do. I mean, they're off the path. They're probably going to be okay. They're so camouflaged that you even knew where we were looking.
I was
you didn't
looking
see them right at first, right? The problem is if they get on the path and they're so engaged in what they're doing that they're not paying attention.
Well, and this is a very popular place for bikes and people walking their dogs.
All right, so probably what we need to do is throw them in a bucket and move them just down the hill here, I think. Yeah. I don't want to move them away from their area because they obviously belong here. They wouldn't be
They like it here, yeah.
doing their
we
thing.
want our resident snakes.
That's right. All right, so we'll hook them and we'll bring them down the hill, and we'll see if they're. No, go for it. That's tight. So sometime, won't happen this year, maybe next year or the year after, this female will have some babies. Yeah, she can hold the semen in a separate compartment for 2 years, waiting, to get fat enough so that she's ready to have birth. So she could do it. Probably she'll do it next year, but she could wait up till the summer after. She definitely won't be having these babies this season because they'll be having them late August, early September. But it takes them pretty much the summer to develop inside, They're not egg layers. They do the live birth.
There's a mating pair at all here.
Now you can help me.
There.
So there's hope for the south side rattlesnake population. Let's see if I can get a photograph of them for the identification database. And it's pretty tough when they're all linked up and coiled up like this and being bitey. Come on now. I know. You're not happy with that.
Well, who would be?
Yeah, well, there's a good V on his neck that's good for identifier. There's a couple little things I can see on her that are going to work, so. Alright. Yeah. Caught in the act, guys. That's what happens when you do it in daytime in the parks here. Gotta wait till night. Let's go. Take him with you. Whoop.
Well, they are attached.
They are attached. No, don't bite each other. Come on. Don't bite each other. We'll leave you alone now. You're all stressed out. Now this is more like what I'm talking about, Snakes are picking up the pace now. Haven't got home still. Got a third call. This one's in Legacy Ridge here on the north side. Out on Emily's small place, something like this. Emily's short place. I don't know. This neighborhood's named after all these important people to Lethbridge, but I don't know who any of them are. But I know who Pinakoyim is, who's named, the park is named after, and people around here I'm sure don't have a freaking clue what his story is. I should do a video about that one day, actually. Do some education. Pinakoyim was a big deal. Any case, probably it's going to be a bull snake. We'll see when we get there.
Give me the steps, so I was trying to block them.
Yeah.
And then he went to the side.
Went in the siding. Huh. That's interesting. All right.
Now what?
Well, let's hope he's not a rattlesnake.
Do rattlesnakes climb like that?
Not usually, no. That's more of a bull snake kind of a trait.
Is it?
And you're in a bull snake neighborhood.
Okay.
But I don't like to dismiss that it's not a rattlesnake because it always could possibly be, Oh, I see him here. It's a bull snake.
It is, hey?
Yeah. And I don't know if I can get him out of there without injuring him. We'll see.
He comes climbing down again.
Yeah, he's a little guy too, hey?
Yeah, he's small. Like, he's not that big.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's doubling back. I think I can probably get him somehow or another here. There we go.
Kudos for you.
What's that?
You think you can get him? Do you need the bucket?
He's good. Hey, buddy.
Look at that.
Okay, just a first year bull snake in here. Cute little guy. Yeah, he's a cute little guy. Gonna let him go out here at Alexander Wilderness Park. Off he goes. Let's check on what's going on with the hornet's nest. Okay, looking pretty good for developments here. Don't know how close I can get without getting stung, without upsetting them. But yeah, they're expanding, making some new birthing chambers since last time we were here. Thought it'd be maybe a little bit bigger by now, but guess not. That's okay, but it's cool to see them survive in the season. Nobody's decided to take them out of there yet, which is nice. All right, so we'll see. Maybe we'll get snake call number 4. Fourth call today comes in just after 6:30 in the PM, and it's bad news. There's a rattlesnake bumped on University Drive at the turnoff to Popson Park. So hopefully that's not a snake that I've recently moved, but yeah, heading out to get that one. Yeah. Darn it. Another one. Yeah, last few days have not been good for the rattlesnakes. I think this is because it is breeding season, and the non-pregnant females as well as the breeding age males are all out on the chase, and they're not being careful. So it's unfortunate, but not totally disheartening for me, because when I see this, I know that it's a result of the natural cycle toward more snakes, like we saw today. You know, they're breeding, and even in unexpected places, they're making it work. They're surviving, and they have. You know, they've survived all these like millions of years. They've survived over 100 years of cultural persecution here and all throughout North America. So they're really good at surviving. But unfortunately, the individual losses, they come at the expense of that survival. Okay, 8:20 in the PM now, and we're getting on to the big numbers. 5th rattlesnake call of the day. This one is taking us to Canyon Close, which is a little loop just above the Paradise Canyon drop off into the river bottom, you know, golf course resort area. But Canyon Close is a place where I pick up a lot of rattlesnakes. This one's in someone's backyard, so we'll go check it out.
Yeah, her dog was just barking and barking and barking
Oh.
and barking, and I mean, he usually barks at things, but not. He was just going on and on and on, so we finally decided go check up on it.
It's like
He's
a
not
good-
in here. The dog's not in here.
No, it sounds like a good dog though. Sounds like he
Yeah,
didn't.
but like, how do you know if he would have got bit?
Oh,
How
you'd
can I
know.
tell?
You'd know. He'd start laying down. He wouldn't.
Oh no, he was still as active.
Yeah,
stuff.
no. He'd be in trouble. You could tell.
Yeah. This one rattled when I tried to put the bucket over him,
Uh-huh.
but he never coiled and got up. I mean, he was kind
Oh,
of.
you got a bucket on him. Yeah, good.
Lump. So I'll take this
He
off.
might be cold. That's maybe why.
Yeah, I like it rattled. But
Oh. Hey, buddy. Yeah, he's pretty docile.
yeah,
You okay? He's pretty docile. I think he's all right. Maybe just cold. Yeah, believe it or not, I got a 6th snake call waiting for me. So I got to drop this one off here. Upper Popson. Get a little picture of her first for the database. Pretty snake. See if I can just fish the burlap out. I think this is a male actually. Older male. Big boy too, look at that guy. Woo. There you go. Have a good one, buddy. Snake call number 6 brings me to Paradise Canyon Golf Club. Almost a record day. Good, how are you?
I'm the new guy.
So, it's your introduction to rattlesnakes?
No, I've actually encountered a few because I just live up top.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, just in that market there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This is number 6 of the day.
Is it?
Yeah, big rattlesnake day today.
Wow. Crazy.
All sides of town. I was just releasing one when you guys called.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, who we got here? We got Tobias, I believe. Let's see if he's got the other break here. Break. Yeah, this is Tobias. This is a famous snake, man.
Really?
Yeah, this guy has been. This is a elder male snake that's been around here in what Lethbridge since I've been doing this job. Hey, he's an old snake. Yeah. Yeah, he was this big when I started this job like 7 years ago.
Really? How can you tell like he's old?
Well, look at the size of him. Like for a rattlesnake here in Lethbridge, it's a big snake. I'll open the window for you so you don't have to be risky.
Yeah, that is a big snake.
Yeah, this is a big male snake. He's probably closing on. I I wouldn't doubt if he's closing in on like between 15 and 20 years old. This
Really?
guy.
Wow.
Yeah. There are few things to me more awesome than my annual interactions with this snake, Tobias. I met Tobias in my first year of running this program, and he was just as big that year as he is today, like basically 7 years later. He's a little bit more agitated than normal. Wish I had bucket cam going, but I'm out of batteries there. But yeah, he's a little bit agitated. Maybe he didn't like his treatment with the golf course, I don't know. I was pretty thrilled to go hands-on with him even for a second back there. Anyway, I'll get his picture here so we can get it on the record. Not happy. Unlike Tobias, usually he's a pretty gentle soul. In the buckets, he normally let himself right out. Maybe even this new enclosure is a new experience for him, you know? And this is a very senior snake. Like I say, he was this size at least when I met him 6-7 years ago, and he really hasn't you know, he hasn't changed, which leads me to suspect, I mean, he could be a 20-year-old snake. He could even be a 25-year-old snake for all I know. Come out. Tobias, the beauty, the beauty. All right, that's probably uncomfortable. Yeah, he's a little bit more on edge here than normal, than when I usually meet him. Whatever happened in his initial pickup or whatever got him a little bit scared. Maybe the new container, I don't know. But he seems to be in good health. It's really good to see you, Tobias. Hope to see you next year again, buddy.